Don't talk about them. Talking about them.
Oh, and I'm gonna
summons the
continue.
redacted.
I'm gonna continue haunted Colorado hikes.
Very
probably
cool.
next
Love
week.
haunted Colorado hikes. Oh, next week. I see it.
Yes.
I actually, in continuing my kind of urban legend crawl here, I was looking into more Japanese urban legends, but honestly, we kind of hit the main ones. And
Yes.
so I kind of wanted, and we had a little detour to Boogeyman Alley last time. But we're gonna get back. We're getting
Get a bogey, man.
You know what I keep thinking about is that weird one that's made out of the coat, like its coat is made out of like the clothes of lost children.
Yeah,
dude.
Scary.
Yeah, I keep thinking about the food.
Yeah, sure. But I wanted to get back into urban legends, but I wanted to kind of push it out a little bit. So we're going to do 15 or not 15, because I'm going to clip a couple of these. Some of them are like, the scariest urban legend from Scotland is the Loch Ness Monster. And you're like, what? Okay.
It's not
so
haggis?
Here's a few. You watch your mouth. Here's a few urban legends that are maybe a little lesser known, or some that I didn't even know about. So yeah, it mentions like Bigfoot and stuff, and it's like, okay, come on, that's a bit of a stretch to call that an urban legend. But here's one that says
it's a rural legend, if anything.
Yeah. The Indian village of Cordova was seemingly abandoned overnight, and no one knows why, though there are a few eerie theories.
Eerie theory.
Yeah, that's why I'm calling this segment Eerie Theories with Jordan.
Nice, brilliant.
There are structures in the town of Cordova that date back to the 13th century, but no one has lived there since 1825, when all its residents seemingly vanished into thin air. According to local lore, 1,000 villagers completely abandoned their home overnight without a trace, and no one knows why they left, where they went, or even saw them leave.
Reverse Brigadoon.
Reverse Brigadooned, precisely. It is said that the village chief cursed the land. Apparently, anyone who tries to live there will die. The Indian Paranormal Society spent a night there and reported disembodied whispers, screams, noises are common at dark hours.
To clarify, this is the country of India, correct?
Yeah, yes. Many of our members have witnessed apparitions, heard footsteps, experienced unusual touch, and so on.
Damn.
Very creepy. Is it by chance over like a radioactive waste
Yeah,
site?
or like weird aquifer ley line setup?
There's always the chance, right?
And does India has a formal paranormal society? What is
apparently
this paranormal society?
The Indian Paranormal Society. That's what they're called. Or it doesn't necessarily need to be a formal society. I think you can probably just call yourself the Indian Paranormal Society.
I know. I want to see their credentiality.
I think there's probably a few of them.
Yeah, and they're all vying for that like top India paranormal, because India is as big as America, if you will. Like there's many principalities and stuff, and like
I'll allow it.
If you will.
If you will, they have statehoods and things.
They've got 1/6 of the entire Earth's population. If you will.
Okay, coming in from the UAE, the United Arab Emirates, is the Jinn, or al-Dawai.
Dude, we watch so many videos on TikTok about Jinn videos and shit.
Totally.
I know a little bit of Arabic just in case I ever come across a Jinn.
That's a good move.
Yeah, no, I mean, you should definitely have at least 5 verses from the Quran in your back pocket.
Oh, yeah. I got Bismillah
just
ready.
For battling Jinn.
I can say it perfectly and everything. I'm ready just in case. I don't like Jinn. They seem a little bit more annoyed than normal ghosts.
Paranormal Preparedness.
Bismillah.
You gotta know what you're working with.
What does Bismillah mean?
Oh, overall, it's like my father or our father. And then it goes on to like our Father in heaven. It's basically the Lord's Prayer.
It's the Arabic version. Word. And it's the words of the prayer itself are supposed to be enough to hold
yes.
al-Dawai is one of the most famous jinns in the United Arab Emirates.
Ooh.
Yeah, he was
I don't
played
think.
by Robin
I don't
Williams.
think. No, I don't
There's
think.
a
No,
whole-
you need to hold prayer for that guy.
There's a whole region. I was just thinking there's a really cool podcast called the Hidden Djinn, by I think she's Iranian American woman. Really awesome podcast. I highly recommend that for more info on Jinn. Sorry.
No, yeah,
Get out of
please.
here. No
We love
worries.
footnotes.
For sure. Al-Dawai is one of the most famous jinns in the United Arab Emirates. She was immortalized in a film in 2013. Her story is simple. At first, she appears as a beautiful woman
Okay.
to attract men, but as soon as she's reeled them in, Al-Dawai changes into a terrifying figure who eats the men she's enchanted.
Oh, I'm still kind of enchanted. I'm not gonna lie.
Though it might just be a scary story to tell kids to warn them about stranger danger. It also might be a cannibalistic, fucking genie. So
Yes.
watch out, kids. Watch out there.
Watch out. Yep. Just because she says come here doesn't mean she doesn't want to eat your flesh.
This one is from Australia. There are rumors that there are bodies buried in the Sydney Harbor Bridge.
I mean, yeah.
Gonna go ahead and just assume that that's not a rumor. That's got to be a point of fact.
Officially, 16 people died in the construction of the bridge, which was completed in 1928. However, legends posit that there should be 3 more men added to the death toll. According to the stories, 3 men died during construction after they fell into the brick pylons of the bridge. However, since they were migrant workers and because labor laws didn't seem all that stringent at the time, their disappearance wasn't noticed for weeks.
That is unfortunately all too common.
yes.
At various places throughout the world. There's a
Oh, yeah.
wall in Lithuania as well, where there's
For
supposedly
sure.
a woman that's sealed up and built in.
Built
It
in,
happened.
as
It
were.
happened up until
I mean,
like the steel
Hoover-
age of
The
buildings.
Hoover Dam has a shit ton of bodies in it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
for
you know
sure.
that. You
In
know
Hoover,
that
Colorado?
one picture.
No,
You know
the
that one
Hoover
picture.
Dam. Sorry.
Yeah, Hoover Dam. You know that one picture of the people on the skyscraper eating lunch?
Yes.
Yeah,
They're
one
all
of them's a
buried in that
monkey
building.
wearing a hat.
Oh no.
Yeah,
Is
they
that
literally
true?
fell after the picture was taken. And they
Impossible.
started,
I don't
like-
believe you. I refuse to believe this.
Yeah, that one's not real. I think they probably did die while
Okay,
at work because of
You know what
labor,
is
but-
real though? Beijing's ghost bus. You want to hear about it?
Oh, I thought you were gonna say
I do.
Ghostbusters, and I got really excited, and then you ended it at bus.
Like so many urban legends, this one begins on a dark and stormy night. This says.
Rain noise. Rain noise.
While there are more than a few variations on the story, like the number, what the number of the route was, story generally goes like this. Bus is traveling late at night around midnight. It's the last one of the evening. 2 men flag down the bus, and even though the driver is reluctant to pick them up since they are not at a stop, he acquiesces and lets them on anyway. So far, so good. But it turns
50%
out
word.
it's actually 3 men. The 2 are holding up another one who appears to be in rough shape. It also turns out that I've actually heard this about a bus in Philly too. It also turns out that all 3 of them are extraordinarily pale and wearing garb from the Qing dynasty, 1644 through 1911.
It's exactly same story as in Philly.
Just exactly the same story so far, beat for beat.
Yeah, this is, if
Um,
you catch the extended verses from the Fresh Prince rap, totally mentions this Philly bus.
There were 3
Mention-
ghost dudes in the back of the bus.
From the
They
They
Qing
were wearing
Dynasty.
Qing armor from the dynasty.
Exactly. You've heard of it.
Yes. The Lost Verses of Will Smith.
The lost Will Smith versus.
I whistled for a ghost, and then it
When it
came near, and I
came
said,
near-
"Man, you are scary, but you're the only one here."
This is pretty good, I must say, right?
Boy, if it was only 1989, we could all have middling rap careers.
As the bus empties out,
Yeah.
it gets down to a young man and an elderly person. Out of nowhere, the older person picks a fight with the young man, claiming that he stole his wallet, forcing him off at the next stop. What? I don't know if this makes any sense. Hang on. Some of this might not be factual, guys.
I think I'm following. He picked up three
Upon-
pale strangers, and
Upon
then they got all
disembarking,
fist
they tell the
fighty.
young man that the fight was a ruse to help them get off the bus. Apparently, the three men on the bus hadn't been touching the ground. Some versions claim that the men didn't have legs at all. The two go to the police to report the alleged spirits, but get ridiculed. However, the next morning, they find out that the bus never completed its route.
What?
All right.
End tale.
Oh my!
So-
The bus never completed its route. They got killed by the men.
Where's the bus?
It's
And
out
where's the-
there.
There's
It
an
could be coming for
NTSB.
you.
Where's the NTSB? Actually, I found the NTSB report on the Silver Bridge collapse with the Mothman prophecies,
Oh yeah.
and the official. Yeah, we could just as a point. I that's kind of the kind of geek I am. I look at
Hell
that
yeah.
kind of stuff.
Have you ever heard of the Night Marchers from Hawaii? Are you that kind of
Yes.
geek?
Yes.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
You a night marcher geek?
For those of you who haven't heard of the Night Marchers, this is the way it goes down.
We should do an episode of it soon.
Yeah, we should. Night Marchers, or Huakapoi, Waka Ipo in Hawaii, are the spirits of former ancient Hawaiian warriors who once in life protected Hawaii. Protected Hawaii's most sacred people. These people were so sacred, in fact, that the commoners were not allowed to look at them. If they did, they would be killed. The Night
Nice.
Marchers weren't there to harangue anyone. They were simply doing their job, which is why they traveled at night to avoid many prying eyes. They continued to roam around Hawaii.
That's nice of them to not make a bunch of normal villagers get killed.
know.
Yeah,
Right?
they're like, we know what we do is awkward to the rest of society.
We know this.
We
is a
will do it at
problem.
night. We apologize.
Truly. At least they're trying to solve. They're trying to find solutions.
Yeah. This is all progressive warrior stuff.
They continue
Nice.
to roam around Hawaii at night as spirits, and legend has it that if you look directly at a night marcher, you will be marked for death. If you do happen to find yourself in the middle of a procession, you're supposed to lie down in the middle of the road in order to show respect. Which I think is a great move, honestly.
Yeah, it's bear attack rules.
It's bear attack rules. Same thing for the night marchers.
Again, your paranormal preparedness. Gotta know what to do.
Got to know what to do. This one, the title of it, I don't know what to expect here, but it says, when Greece's bleeding stone was destroyed, a curse apparently fell upon the city of Thessaloniki.
Wait, the stone bleed.
Listen,
Stone blood, yeah.
the bleeding stone was erected by the ancient citizens of Thessaloniki to memorialize the thousands of citizens that were brutally murdered at the site by the Byzantine Emperor Theodosius. It was believed to bleed every year on the anniversary of their killings. Thanks. Not wanting to be reminded of the massacre every year, he ordered the stone be destroyed.
Okay, I mean that
It
sounds reasonable.
seems like a solid
overall.
move.
Does it? That sounds
Yeah.
like a pretty good way to
I
get
don't-
cursed. I don't know. Call me
Yeah, but-
crazy.
Do you really want your entire city to be built around a bleeding stone?
I
Now,
guess not. But what?
To be fair, I did build our Valheim city around a stone that
You
spoke
did.
of a curse.
You definitely
That's
did.
true. The
So I
cursed
mean, I guess I
stone
take
city.
back my vote and go, yeah, I'm gonna build my city around a
All right.
bleeding stone.
I mean, it
No,
depends on
you're-
what you
you're
want to
right.
do with the city, right? Like, what's your intention,
That is fair. What's your
Sure.
civic planning?
right?
Ever since it is said that a curse has befallen what is now known as Hippodrome Square.
Ooh.
As Greece is, right, almost every building in that was erected in that area, specifically any building whose tenants failed to acknowledge the sacred history of the site, was, according to legend, violently destroyed. The curse worked its evil magic until 1978. Oops. There we go. I'm back. Until 1978, when an earthquake caused a building to collapse, resulting in the death of 29 people. In its place, the Billy Building was built, which
Okay.
houses the Thessaloniki archives, featuring lots of information on the massacre. And it is believed that this has lifted the curse.
So by
See?
acknowledging its presence, the
By
spirits
acknowledging its
want you to
presence,
know about
yes.
what happened.
Mhm.
Oh, I thought by building a museum, the curse was. But yeah, I can see
Oh,
that that's really
yeah,
what
yeah.
they meant.
Oh, interesting. This is a boogeyman, actually, that managed to
Oh.
make its way into this list. Egyptian parents know that the way to get their kids to behave is to threaten them with Abu Regel Masluka. Though descriptions of what Abu Regel Masluka actually does are vague, his appearance is pretty much agreed upon. He has one burnt leg. Some parents threaten their children by claiming that the demon will steal one of their legs if they misbehave in order to replace his own.
Nice. A very utilitarian
Pretty spooky
monster.
shit, right?
I got a bad leg. Give me yours, kid.
Give me that.
Not Nas adjacent.
To be fair,
True,
that's exactly
true.
what my grandma
Single leg jumping man.
does. She's like, my leg's not good. Give me yours. And then she starts grabbing at my legs.
Fair.
I'm sure
I mean,
there's
she's
probably
got a
more.
point. Respect your elders.
Oh,
Give her your leg.
Yeah, give them your organs.
In Iceland, they are
What are you
often
doing with
wary of the Yenganger, which means walking
Yenganger.
after death. Traditionally, a Yenganger is a sort of a hybrid ghost and a zombie. Interesting. It has a corporeal form like a zombie, but still possesses its mind and memories like a ghost.
Hmm.
Yengangers are created when a dead person has unfinished business or were killed violently through murder or suicide. The belief in them dates back to Vikings, when Yengangers were believed to have been relatively common. A more recent belief is another connection to zombies. Yengangers can infect the living by pinching them. Oh, I'll give you such a pinch.
And then
Stop
you'll be
it.
a pincher, and then the people you'll pinch will be a pincher.
Mother is once again playing Yenganger.
Have you been pinched? Have you been pinched by the Yenganger? Would you tell me if you were?
Report to an isolation center. A more recent belief, they can pinch. Typically, the Yenganger will pinch someone while they're sleeping, and the pinched person will then be marked for sickness and death. How do you like that?
It's like,
While you're sleeping.
That's not much of a game.
It's not much of a game, is it?
but it's actually like horrifically simple and easy, isn't it? It's like
Yeah,
a zombie
it's-
has to bite you, right? Like a
That's
traditional
true.
zombie has to bite you. So get that. It's like all they gotta do is pinch. You're done.
Sure. Just and
It's like-
while you're asleep, no less.
While you're sleeping.
Yeah.
I think I prefer that, to be honest.
You like that one?
So
Just get it over with.
No
You don't have to have
sleeping in
the
Iceland.
horror of the.
I've been watching Black Summer, man, and like I am
Oh, that
traumatized
is-
by. Yeah, Nate knows about it.
As
I'm
far as zombie
traumatized.
shows go, you will never see a higher, more impactful death count.
Now this is one,
Dude, and it's
Takes
from
place
the
over
same
course of,
people
like,
who
a
did.
couple days.
It's
Now,
from
this
the
is
same
one-
people who did Z Nation, one of the most campiest zombie shows ever.
This is one from, if you can believe it, the United States.
What?
What y'all know
Us?
about? What
We
y'all know
have
about?
true paranormal culture.
What y'all know about water babies?
I know I was
okay.
one. That's what my mama kept saying.
I know a thing or two, maybe.
Sure.
I don't. I actually know nothing about them.
Well,
Sure.
it is a Native American
Specifically,
legend.
Ute and Paiute.
Yeah.
Specifically. They're kind of like a mischievous kind of spirit, like an elf or a
Yeah.
fairy,
Yeah.
actually. But they live specifically around water, and they get their name because they sound like a baby crying.
Yeah. So this says, according to insider.com, water babies can be found at Massacre Rock State Park in Idaho and in Utah Lake specifically.
Hmm.
Though one origin story is distinctly more upsetting. The Idaho water babies are believed to be the spirits of young children that the starving people of the Shoshone tribe drowned in the river, choosing this death over one of starvation. It's said that if you sit at the rocks, you can still hear their cries. While some stories claim that the babies simply drowned, others posit that they adapted, grew gills, and have sworn revenge on the living.
Wow. Yeah,
I mean, I
I
like
would.
that one better.
I like that one too.
I would
Utah-
caution though to take any of that interpretation with a grain of salt, because the traditional folks that I've spoken to about water babies, is a lot of the information out there is, we'll say 30% accurate to be specific.
Fair enough.
There you go. Different water baby legends can be found in Nevada and California as well. Commonality between them all seems to be luring people into the lake to drown them. So if you hear crying in a lake, paranormal preparedness, don't go in there. And there are some
I mean, that's generally the case.
well, no, I mean, if there's a,
Anytime-
listen, if there's a baby in the lake, I'll go help them.
Look, no.
Well,
Let
help
that
that baby.
baby and that lake fight it out.
To be real,
'Cause
like all of the native kind of mischievous kind of spirits like that are
Mhm.
very similar to the European kind of elven type of creatures. So
Like a puckwudgie.
just be nice, recognize you're in there. It's their
And don't
territory.
eat their cakes.
Don't eat the cakes.
Don't eat
Don't-
their sweet
Don't
cakes.
follow them into the water.
Don't follow them into the water. And that does it.
Try not to massacre
for-
all of their children.
What was I going to call this segment?
Yeah. Try to avoid massacring native people.
I can't remember, but it was good.
Eerie
Not the
theories
massacre.
with George
Eerie
Orwell.
theories.
There
Eerie
it is.
theories.
Okay, that does it for my segment.
Nate, take us away with his closing.